Aptos. When this thing launched, there was a lot of excitement about it. Obviously heavily backed by venture capital groups. A new sort of competing layer one is the idea. Potentially very scalable. Things look pretty positive, to be fair. Aptos has solidified itself in the top 100 very, very easily. And I actually still think there's potentially a lot of room for this to run up. We'll talk about token unlocks and stuff, but yeah, I think there's legs here. Before I get into it though, if you're new here and you don't know what this spreadsheet is, these are the first 26 coins that I actually did videos about on this channel. In the videos I show myself buying up these coins. They were coins that I thought were going to make a lot of cash. If you'd have done the same, popped $100 into these coins when I released the videos, you'd have gotten in at these prices. You could have sold at these prices around 16 months on, and these are what your profits would have been. So $100 into each would have netted you over 123 grand in profit. Now in under a year and a half, that's, pretty incredible. You don't have a year and a half to sort your portfolios out though. We are in a bull cycle right now. If you're not happy with the cryptos you own or confident in the cryptos you own, it is time to do something about it, because Q4 is always a great quarter for crypto. Year on year, Bitcoin rises by about 90% in Q4. So if you're, like I say, not confident in the coins you own, get onto copymycrypto.com, have a look at what my members have earned, read their testimonials, watch the videos. On there you'll see the successes that we have had. It's all public record, so you can verify it all online. Copymycrypto.com is where I share with my members the cryptos that I own, and whenever I'm ready to buy or sell any coin, I will tell my members the coin and the price that I'm doing it at. So my members all get in and out of cryptos, same price as me, so make the same profit, but they don't have any work to do at all. And again, if that sounds good to you, pause this video now, have a look at the site, read all about it, and if you like what you see, there is no harm in trying it out, guys. Now, Aptos. So, first of all, Aptos, backed by Binance Labs, backed by Circle. It was part of FTX's bankruptcy estate. It's also backed by Coinbase, Dragonfly, Animoca, Andreessen Horowitz, and Jump Crypto. All big, big names. As you can see, when it launched, it rallied very, very fast. Essentially had two phases of big rallies before pulling back. Aptos itself has 500 million tokens out right now, with another 600 million still to be released. In terms of token unlocks, glitchy ass site, I'm telling you. So each month around 11 million are produced. So it's kind of a steady unlock. This isn't too bad. You're looking at 1% of the max supply being released every month. A proportion of that is to the community, and then obviously investors are a proportion of that. Now, realistically, selling pressure here comes from investors more than anything, and potentially core contributors, but community probably going to be less selling pressure than those two other areas. But so each month, maybe you've got 6.7 million tokens that might have some selling pressure attached to them. But that's not too bad in the scheme of like the circulating supply. And in terms of what the market cap of that 6.7 million is, it's about $30 million. It's not too bad in terms of any pressure. Aptos is a layer 1 proof of stake. It employs a novel smart contract programming language called Move, which is a Rust-based programming language that was independently developed by Meta DM blockchain engineers. So Aptos' vision is a blockchain that brings mainstream adoption to Web3. The proof-of-stake blockchain can achieve a theoretical transactional throughput of over 150,000 transactions per second through parallel execution. Now, it is worth noting that it's theoretical. There's a lot of theoretical stuff in crypto. Until it actually comes into fruition, it's still a speculative play. But certainly this is heavily backed. Just want to see if they've got an Explorer here. No, fine. Use the Explorer down here. Chain Explorers, Aptos. So we'll use Aptos Scan, or Aptos Scan and Explorer Aptos Labs. So, yeah. Now, 150,000 transactions per second could be a game changer. It would be hugely improve. It would hugely be improving upon what is currently out there. But it is worth noting in real time they're doing about 31 transactions per second. Now, the theoretical, why the theory is important is if that actually can be achieved, when blockchain tech is used to the level of mass adoption, and I know adoption is very much a buzzword in crypto, but when we get to the point where people are using blockchain tech on a regular basis, daily, or multiple times a day, getting 150,000 transactions per second is bloody important, especially if you are a cryptocurrency or a blockchain tech that's going to run or underpin a nation's national currency, right? Say, CBDC. So Aptos, in this scenario, if they can actually achieve 150,000 transactions per second, they could run this CBDC for the US without issue. I'm not saying that they're in competition for that. At the moment, I think it's fairly obvious that there's only a few there's a few cryptocurrency projects that are in the running for a CBDC. But Aptos have grown pretty damn well in a pretty short space of time. Explorers was there as well. That just shows I'm not well. So bear in mind, they've been, the token has been out since November of 2022. So they've only been around for like a couple of years. In that time, you've already seen really quite significant growth for Aptos. So these are the projects that we can see that have been building on Aptos, 185 projects as of right now. I'm not suggesting all of these are incredibly strong. PancakeSwap has obviously added Aptos as a chain that you can trade on. We're going to see more of that, obviously. But DeFi-wise, they look pretty good. Gaming-wise, they look good. NFT tooling, again, look good. Tooling in general, yeah, they're going to be good. Aptos name service, they're pushing that as well. And that's probably an area that they're going to want to push because I do think we can see an inevitable sort of shift in terms of internet, like internet domain services becoming Ethereum domain services and potentially Aptos. They've also got a ton of launch pads. They've really pushed in growth here. And don't forget, like these guys raised 200 million from Andreessen Horowitz's seed round, and then they raised another 200 million. Like 6 months later, 4 months later. In total, they have had an immense amount of investment. In fact, Binance Labs also made a strategic investment of an undisclosed amount. So, all in all, they probably, and I would guess Binance have done quite a bit as well. So you're probably looking at maybe $500 million that they have raised in fundraising. And what makes it unique is the reality that if they can actually achieve 150,000 transactions per second, they are outdoing Solana by a country mile. They're outdoing Avalanche. They're outdoing XRP. They're outdoing everything. Potential is very, very high here. Now, Aptos. Downside for Aptos, they're already on every big exchange. They're not going to get a listing bounce. And you'd expect them to be on every exchange. Binance invested in them. Coinbase invested in them. Of course, they're on all the exchanges. But with their net growth, if that is set to continue across this year, I think, and with Aptos being a newer crypto, because the shiny new thing is always a big deal in crypto. With Aptos being one of the newer cryptos, I can see this breaking its all-time high relatively easily. Actually, even while it's a little bit of a way off right now, its all-time high was $19.90. I can see this get to $20 relatively easily. In fact, I can see a world where we see Aptos trying to break into that top 10. To do that, it would probably have to hit around a target of $50, which puts it a market cap of basically 25 billion. Yes, that's very high. But again, don't forget in 2021 we saw Terra hit crazy highs and hit huge market caps. And the question will obviously be, like, in terms of what Aptos can hit, is going to be based upon, can we see a blow off top where Bitcoin hits 100 grand? Can we see a blow off top where Ethereum hits 10 grand? A blow off top where Solana hits 500, maybe $1,000? If we see that, of course, I think Aptos can do a 10x-ish from where it is right now. Potential is certainly high here. With the amount of seed investment, with the amount of big VCs involved in this, they're going to have influence on where they want the project to go, and they'll be going. Their whole thing is going to be finance driven. Make the what's going to make the most money out of Aptos. And I think the future looks pretty bright here. I think this can try and crack the top 10 this year. But let me know what you guys think about that. Do you think it's going to crack the top 10, or do you think it's going to get nowhere close? Because one thing I will say, I don't really use Aptos. I've had a play on it, but I don't use it. I do know a number of different crypto YouTubers that do use it. So, yeah, want to hear. If you use it, how have you found it? Have you found any issues with it? Share, are there any projects on Aptos that you really like? Share them in the comments as well, because, if a lot of you are rating the same project, Aptos might do some seed investment into that project to help it grow. So share in the comments. And guys, look, we are in a bull cycle right now. If you're not happy with the cryptos you own or confident in the cryptos you own, do something about it today. Get onto copymycrypto.com. That's the site I run where I share with my members the coins that I own. Whenever I'm ready to buy or sell any coin, I will tell my members the coin that I'm buying or selling and the price that I'm doing it at. That means my members make the same profits as me without any work. On the site, you'll see what my members have made. You will see their testimonials. You can watch the videos and see the successes we have had. It's all public record, so you can verify all on the history of this channel. Copymycrypto.com couldn't be more simple. And if you like what you see after you've read through it all, try it out. You literally have nothing to lose, guys. And that is it from me. I'll see you in the next vid. Bye-bye.